I call the Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to speak in this final stages. The third reading of the Freedom Camping Bill, completely inappropriately named bill. Sadly, I want to acknowledge the work of the Select Committee and agree with the member who's just resumed his seat on that point. The Select Committee did work very hard together to try and resolve the concerns that we had about the bill. Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, that was not successful. Everybody on the Select Committee, and I'm sure everyone in this House, agrees that there is a problem when people litter and pollute our beautiful environment. The old National Party, the traditional National Party, would have said in the past, there is a problem. What's a practical, common sense way of fixing it? In fact, I think the Honourable Peter Dunn may have in the past been inclined towards that approach as well. But instead, we see the National Party saying we've got a problem and, oops, we've got the Rugby World Cup coming. Let's bring in draconian legislation that gives local authorities and the Department of Conservation huge powers, which really undermine the whole image that we want to portray internationally at any time, but particularly leading into the Rugby World Cup. So this is exactly the wrong time to be using this sledgehammer to resolve the problem. We could have phased out the sort of camper vans that caused the problem. We could have reinstated the government financial support for local authorities to have the installation of more toilet facilities around the country where there are problems. But instead, we've got this huge power being given to local authorities where they can say massive parts of their district are not allowed now for freedom camping, and very significant fines, not just for littering, but for dumping of waste and actually for freedom camping itself. Mr Speaker, it's to my regret that despite the best of efforts across all parties, all four parties represented on the Local Government Environment Select Committee, that we weren't able to get resolution to this problem. We are now giving from our Parliament the wrong message about how we would like visitors to come to our country and enjoy and cherish our beautiful outdoors. The supplementary order papers proposed by Phil Twyford would have done that. Unfortunately, the National Party maintained a very rigorous approach to supplementary order papers from the Labor Party and just said it's Labor, we'll vote against it. I think that's foolish, particularly when you're looking at legislation where we agree there is a problem and we have been trying very hard at the Select Committee to get a good resolution. The officials worked extremely hard, and I know that they would have understood the tensions that had arisen between our desire to send a strong message about wanting our clean environment to remain so, but also not to punish or even to give the wrong message to people who have enjoyed freedom camping as part of our New Zealand culture. That's what we're doing with this legislation, Mr Speaker, and I regret that we're progressing in this manner.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. As many of that opinion will please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. A party vote has been called for. The clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National, 57 votes in favour. New Zealand Labour, 42 votes opposed. Green Party,
9 opposed.
ACT New Zealand,
5 votes in favour.
Maori Party,
4 votes in favour.
Progressive, 1 vote opposed. United Future,
1 vote in favour.
Mana, Honourable Chris Carter,
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 67, the noes are 53. The motion is agreed to.
Freedom Camping Bill, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day number 4.
Student Loan Scheme Bill, second reading.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Minister.